my name is Steve, and I'm so excited to introduce to you a new video series that I've been waiting for over 15 years, and we finally come to it at last. This is the ultimate hidden gaming setup, part 1, Retro Revival Begins. Let me introduce you and explain to you what's going to happen. So this is just our living room in our beautiful new home. And this is going to be converted into a retro gaming setup, which also features modern gaming. So eventually, once we finish this part and build the space, I'm going to be launching top tier retro revival and modern gaming, which I take a look at the old consoles, gaming, and even now into retro from NES to PS5. I'm going to be bringing upstairs a big box of retro gaming consoles that I haven't opened, like I said, in 15 years. From the apartment to my parents' house, now to our new home, and we can't wait to do this. So what's exciting is this. While we build the arcade, Mary, if you want to come, while we build the arcade, we're waiting for parts and still doing it. Here's the idea. Why I call it hidden is we still want to make the family room and the primary room accessible for everyone and also nice and, you know, still a bit of class to it. Not to say having a wall full of consoles is a bad thing, but as a main focus when guests comes over, it's sometimes a bit of an eyesore and it can be the focal point where I want it to be a very modern and beautiful family room, but with a twist. So what I mean, eventually I'm going to be moving this and all these figurines and whatever else. And then I have things in here from just some electronics. Obviously, my surround sound is going to be hooked up. And this is a 86-inch LG TV, which we're going to be hooking everything up retro-wise. And that's going to be coming further on, so stay tuned. All of these cabinets will be emptied. And eventually, what's going to happen is I'm going to start to unbox the huge box of retro games, again, from NES to PS5. And they're going to be hooking them up, and they're going to be all on shelves, so we can play anything from NES, PS1, 2, 3, 4, 5, GameCube, N64, SNES, Genesis, and it goes on and on. So we can't wait for this. And what we're going to do next is I'm going to push everything back. I'm going to empty all the cabinets, and here's the thing. When we moved in, the outlet was under the TV stand, which you'd think, what the hell? That makes no sense. Well, it's ugly, and that's ugly. Tomorrow, we have a buddy of mine who is a professional cabinet maker and renovator, and he said, Steve, let's do it right. So he's going to build under cabineting here so that I'm going to be able to press, it's going to be all built in, looking original, and press in cabinets where it comes down, where it's going to reveal my modem for my home internet, the power, and you don't see any of this, and there's going to be a bit of an extra storage there, which is sweet. And then we're going to see how we're going to set that up. Number 2, just to give you a quick glimpse behind you, the surround sound is on the ground right now. We're going to get custom cabinetry, so the surround sound is all encompassed around us, and it's going to look, like I said, when everything's removed, it's going to look like an unassuming, beautiful family room. But it turns into a gaming station in 2 seconds, without that exaggerated look of just gaming all the time. So when I come back, I'm going to remove everything, show you what we're working with, and I'm going to reveal everything and start to put it together. So it's the next morning, as you can tell, that we moved all the furniture out of the way so the installers can do their thing without interruption. And if you can check here, Mary, and here's where the floating cabinet will be. This is going to be housing one of the surround sound speakers on the left, and then extra storage. And then here's going to be the matching cabinets, which is going to be housing then the right speaker, and it's going to be just right there. It's going to have to custom done, only because finding tables of that height and the color and everything is just impossible to find. So be it. It had to be done. But next, again, the more important part when it comes to the gaming is now most of the cables have been removed. Some of them I can't really get out because the surround sound's kind of, the cord is there and it's stuck a bit. So this is going to be all, like I said, a cabinet. And where it's going to get kind of cool is, you know, we'll have pictures and whatever looking like a normal living room, and then this is where the magic when it comes to the retro revival and the modern gaming come in, is that all of these will be housed with not only consoles, both retro and modern, but also with games and whatnot. And then obviously everything's going to be hooked up. There's going to be wires galore, but that's coming up soon. If Mary, if you can do a panoramic of everything, all that's going to be gaming. The cords, you know, my cable box and modem and everything's going to be all housed here and going to be connecting them. So this is what we have to play with. It's a lot of room, which is good. And we're going to have just shelving on here and start to just layer all the consoles. We'll see how many we can get in. And if I'm going to ever get any more than I have, I don't know if, you know, I need more, but this is what we have to work with. It's exciting. And just up here, I almost forgot. Up here is where I'm housing currently my CDs and also my DVDs. And then it continues here with a lot of my box sets and whatnot. So up there, if you want to come. So this is, I mean, I'm not sure if we're going to move them. I mean, they're okay there. I don't obviously watch them often. But we're almost ready to go. The installers are on their way. And we are done. So the modem is there temporarily. I'm going to be moving that. It's going to be hidden under these drawers here. So these just lift up like this. I'm going to be, they're going to come back and add hinges. Just so it's easier to work on. Because they're heavy. And again, I just have the temporary setup while I organize and put the power bar and how I'm going to run everything. So that looks awesome because again I want it to look like it was built in, and it does. And then here are the side tables. It's a floating cabinet slash table. So they look really nice. The speaker for the surround sound's there. And we just run it. They just left and I wanted to get quick footage of it. We've yet to clean up. We just did a quick spot clean and they did as well. And then there's the other side as well, matching, perfect height. And we need to put everything back. So that settles that. Whew, that took longer than I wanted as far as planning because a lot of contractors just didn't want to do such a small job. And it was a bit tedious and unique. So that's going to be a great setup. And then we're going to start opening the drawers and putting it in. So now that I've started to organize and put back some of the decorative pieces that we have, it's looking great so far, nice and neat. Mary, please come closer. So what's going to happen is now, like I said, it's a livable and a beautiful living room, and I don't want it to only be a game center. So what I've ended up doing is I've gone to IKEA, and if Mary, if you can get it in here. This is the, these are called the best, this unit is called the best unit, and we ended up going to IKEA. It took forever because we wanted to see if we can get them like at a Home Depot, and they don't. This is specifically for it. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting them halfway. I've measured the consoles. So I'm going to, when we come back, hopefully they fit. I have the receipt if we have to return. I hope not. But I'm going to be putting all the shelving in for when we start to put the consoles in place. And I'm going to go halfway. Now, after that, I was going to drill holes. Now that, again, everything looks beautiful, the contractor came and he changed the hinges. Actually, Mary, I'll show you that. If you want to see that. Now they stay. So that's where we're going to have a lot of the power and a lot of like my internet modem. So everything will hook up. And then if you see it, it's slow closing. So that's kind of neat. And next, you'll see everything lined up. I'm not going to drill the holes yet because I don't know which console is going to go where. And I don't know how many holes I want to puncture. Also, I'm going to be doing on some of the consoles, I'm going to be puncturing holes in it, so underneath, so it breathes. And then so it expels any of the hot air. But mainly for the newer consoles like PlayStation 3, 4, and 5. And installing all these shelves, and it's going to look beautiful. So I've just finished 7 out of the 8 shelves, and I'm going to show you how I add the shelving to this. So these actually come with the little pegs that come in here. We're just going to count right here. It just needs a bit of a hammering in. Perfect. And then these little feet will sit right on here and in there. All right, so we'll do that. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Okay. Okay, and then you have to gimmick these in a bit. There we go. So and then they sit here, and then underneath, we're gonna just put the last two. So this is going great, and they look great. All right, maybe 10, whatever. Okay, and the last one. Okay, boom. So they just sit flat, and I did talk to my contractor. Mary, let me open all this. That's all the garbage from that. And as you can see, here is, Mary, if you want to go back so we can get a better angle for all of them. I still have to drill a hole for the home phone line. Yes, I still have a home phone. There's some personal reasons why, but as you can tell, let me see from your vantage point. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Those look absolutely stunning. It's exactly what I was going for. Again, the only thing I'm going to have to do eventually when I figure out which console goes where is drill. I'm going to have to drill a hole again through here so the power cords go all the way to the central retro tink. Oh, and then before I kind of jump ahead, I want to show you guys something. So I've ordered on Amazon how I'm going to be, just a quick preview, I'm going to be setting everything up. I have an 8-port Ethernet splitter. This is an HDMI splitter. This is 4K 60 frames a second, which will be the PS3, 4, and the Wii probably. Or no, Wii I'm going to do component, or this is composite, so then this is going to be, for an example, NES, Genesis, N64, PlayStation 1, and on and on. So that's a cool little switcher. And I have another one, and then this one, this is for the composite, this is going to be for the Wii, and this is going to be for GameCube, I'm sure, or something like that. But we're going to get to that. Again, I don't want to jump too ahead, but I'm excited because everything's coming together. As you can see, it looks beautiful. And then next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring up, and I'm going to show you the retro box to what we've been waiting for all this time that I haven't unboxed in over 15 years. And that's where the real gold's going to be. And here it is. This is the retro box. Mary just helped me lift it from the basement. Mary, thank you. This is a very important box. This was sealed when Mary and I got married in 2008. We lived with my parents for a year. And in our exit from there, we ended up at an apartment that we spent for around 12 years. And this was wrapped up and sealed, and I took everything and we went. It's been a few long years, but over the last 2 years now that we moved into our beautiful home and everything's being set up. And if you guys don't know, I have a lot of archive video when I started collecting arcade and pinball machines back in 2012. You can see my past videos. It's in our basement. But that's for another time. If you ever want to check back, there's a lot of history. Some of my games were in movies and whatnot. But anyways, to get to this, I haven't opened this for 15 years. It sat dormant in here. NES, SNES, GameCube, N64, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, I have original boxes on N64 stuff and GameCube. They're pristine, complete in box. Even have the receipts where I'm going to be showing you. Maybe do a fun game what it would be with inflation for over 30 years. And it was the first console I bought, the N64. It's still my heart. And I want to show a lot of goodies. I even have a lot of Canadian exclusive. And I have a few rare things that I've never seen really online and sold before. We're going to get to it. So here's what's going to happen. This is part one of the retro revival in modern gaming. And I'm going to be building, again, the ultimate hidden console wall here in our beautiful living room, like you've just seen. And I'm going to be taking one item out of the box and seeing what's in the box. So you're going to see this on YouTube Shorts. I'm going to try it. It's my first time. And I'm also going to be just showing a history, maybe linking it to a longer video if you're more interested. But to get to it, I'm super excited. As you can see, I have a lot of history here. And now what I'm going to do next is, once I start to take the boxes and review the games, I'm going to bring them down to the basement in our storage. And also in our furnace room where there's extra storage. I'm going to go downstairs. I have to actually add more storage and fix it up. You're going to see our furnace room, and I'm going to like modify it so it's neater and it's cleaner. And now take games, bring them down, store them properly, make sure they're good, and then start to building part two, which is going to be setting all the consoles up. And like you saw, I have the adapters and I have multi-taps in order to do that. Let's head downstairs really quick, and we'll come back after I fix that in the days to come, and I'm going to say my goodbyes. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to be preserving the games while I unbox them one at a time, which we'll get to just in a moment. Here is the furnace room in my basement. It's a bit messy. I've been fixing my arcade, which I'll give you a quick overview, a quick sneak peek of Top Tier Basement right now. I've been collecting this, if you're not aware, for over around 12 to 13 years and more to come. This is just, like I said, a behind the scenes sneak peek of what I have arcade-wise. But just to focus on the retro revival and modern gaming, this is going to be where I'm going to be storing a lot of the games. I'm going to be cleaning this up, and I'll come back and I'll show you. Here's the plan. I went to IKEA and I got these little cabinets with kind of cubby holes here. These are nice, like felt. And I bought more of them. I have two more. So I'm going to be building the cabinet, removing these, putting on a third cabinet and just tiering it 3-tier up, and then putting one right there. I'm going to remove this this little trolley lifts. It's a hydraulic lift for my pinball machines and heavy items. And eventually what will happen is, once I start to unbox the games, like N64 complete in box and all my boxes, I'm going to be putting them in here and just having the games upstairs to when I want to play. So I want to preserve them. And the bigger console boxes, I'm going to like stack them here, and whatever won't fit. So I'm going to be back, and I'm going to show you, after I've cleaned all this, the reveal of now me creating more space and showing you again where everything's going to go once we unbox the retro box. So I finally finished the furnace room and extra storage, and I can't wait to show you. Please come in. So what I've done before we go in, actually, Mary, just show the materials. I ended up using this for the backlash for my pinball machines. I have extra ones, and I just put them together, and I'll show you. And then also here, I ended up making a box around the pipe that you saw there. I went to Home Depot, created a 3-inch kind of like reverse L, and then I put some of this thin plywood over it and covered it and painted it. Plus I've added more storage. Please come in. Not to mention, I've also added some scheduling for our home maintenance, which includes changing filters for the furnace, check fire extinguishers, and this is just a home maintenance to make it neat and functional. And then here's what I'm talking about. I used ladder hooks, and here's the backlash for my pinball machine, Swords of Fury. and Bram Stoker's Dracula. So that's nice and secure. That's a degaussing coil. If you're new to the hobby, it's meant for old CRT monitors where if they're discolored, that you used electrons to push it, and it actually makes the picture better, and it spreads the color out to make it back to normal, mostly. And then this is, of course, just an extension cord and a nice fire extinguisher in case something blows up when I'm tinkering. Here is the little box that I made for the pipe. Beautifully done. It worked better than I even thought, and it wasn't that much in material. I ended up also adding, like I said, another shelf with four extra storage. This is going to be for the games that you see upstairs, Nintendo, SNES, N64, yada yada. They're going to be there. And the bottom part here, I've organized. This is all my arcade parts and my fuses and whatnot. There's like, you know, a lot of parts, wiring, and jump in here. This is like pinball parts, small electronics, and hardware. If I ever have to do that, I organized, Mary, if you want to get in, I organized all my tools nice and neatly. And then here, I'm going to be putting all the console boxes in the bigger boxes. I also did something because there's an arcade. I ended up going through every breaker and every outlet and every light switch everywhere in my home. In our home, I should say. And then everything's nice and organized where I've numbered the panels. And I've recorded where everything is with a nice cool legend, like we're back in the 5th grade. So that is nice and neat. Here's more storage. I'm going to be adding, and this is actually, these are all pinball stuff, Mary, if you want to come in. And arcade stuff. There's extra PCBs, some Neo Geo cartridges, and also artwork. I'm going to be adding more. I'm going to be labeling these, and I'm going to be adding more of the games and whatnot upstairs. I've added Velcro just to the boxes so they don't flip open, so it's nice and neat. More storage is going to go on here, so it's not kind of blocking or touching anything vital in the home. And of course, maintenance is still maintenance. It's still a livable home. Again, keep it neat, keep it clean, keep it organized, so our wives, like the beautiful one who's having the camera, won't kill us. So that is the storage slash furnace room. It's organized, it's beautiful, it's functional, and I'm going to slowly start to enter the games here and then start to label where everything is, and of course have everything safe. And we are done. As you can see, we finally just finished the furnace room, which creates now extra storage and is very functional, which is great. It's been about a week or so, and Mary, if you can come in, we're just about to unbox the retro box again, which has been sitting for 15 years, patiently ready to be opened. I can't wait to see what's inside. I can't remember. And one by one, I'm going to be opening the box in the new video series coming next called What's in the Box. I'm going to be taking it out one at a time. Quick story, quick review, show what's inside, open it carefully. They should be in pristine shape. I've been seeing them for, like I said, 15 years, so we will see. Guys, thank you so very much. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for checking out Top Tier and also now Retro Revival and Modern Gaming. This is going to be the new segment of my channel. I'm going to be continuing my arcade restores, play, pinball restores, play, a lot more coming. God, I can't wait to share with you what's in here, and it's going to be great. Please subscribe, please comment. Any memories you have, any ideas you have, how I'm going to be setting up all the consoles will be more than gracious if you can please let me know. And all the very best. And thanks again for checking out Top Tier. Peace.